Help me escape this game! Is a 2D, 3D meta puzzle game with a blend of platformer and point-and-click genres, where players navigate through a broken operating system and malfunctioning software to free a game character from the computer into the real world. The gameplay lasts about 3 hours and 20 minutes, and the engine that I will be using is Unity. These are the game's design pillars, starting the talk with the Microsoft 99 chip desktop. What it means is that the game takes place in an old operating system, featuring medium resolution pixelated visuals. This aesthetic choice ties into the point and click mechanic and the design pillar, mirroring how desktop users interact with their devices. As a result, the game creates a sense of both similarity and simulation. So the core strategy involves investigating the environment, experimenting and discovering what can be done. For that, the player must click on objects and use their character, whose name is Bracket. There are two layers of gameplay: what the character Bracket can do and what the user can do, both controlled by the player. An example of their cooperative work is when the player makes the user click on the video. Then the player makes the character Bracket pick an object from the video, and this way they solve one of the puzzles. The game opens possibilities to experiment, granting player agency, unrelated and unspoken actions, such as the player will see a bin. The player can direct the Bracket into it. She then emerges, angry at them, enhancing immersion and player feedback. Many elements will be relatable to desktop gamers, especially to Gen Z, and the gameplay will revolve around them, establishing this mutated simulation, making it more real in its own world. For instance, when the player refuses to accept data cookies, a battle will begin against a cookie collector. By incorporating numerous fourth wall breaking techniques, the game creates an unpredictable experience. This is proven to engage the audience because such mechanics do not play by rules, forcing the player to think creatively. And players love thinking outside the box, just like Superliminal, There's No Game Wrong Dimension, or Viewfinder, which all have overwhelmingly positive reviews. There is a very little number of games that blend genres and incorporate fourth wall breaking techniques in the market. Moreover, no games releasing in 2025 are like Help Me Escape This Game. The target audience consists of Generation Z, primarily ages 16 to 25, though those aged 25 to 30 may also find it amusing. The game incorporates humor styles that align with Gen Z's preferences. An inevitable success awaits for this game, as Gen Z lead the gaming population in UK and appreciates absurdist humor. This game will be exclusive to English-speaking gamers due to the usage of phonetic puns. Speaking of Gen Z humor, these are the classes of humor that will be used in the game: phonetic puns, cursed images, absurd actions, comedic dialogues, hint on adult theme, relevance to the real world. And that is also an example. I will be using the EVA IID method with clear objectives defined, which are to deliver a functional game, which means that all gameplay and story code works, then to deliver an aesthetical experience, focusing on visuals and sound, then to deliver product which is about enhancing player feedback for a smoother and more polished experience. And that is done for all 10 acts or 10 levels of the game. The apps that I will be using is Asana, Miro, Google Drive, and GitHub. The milestones that I set is that the game design document is done by the 13th of March, as well as some visuals are in progress. Then by the 24th of April, the MVP, the functional game, is completed. Somewhere in the last weeks of March, I will refine the GDD after I receive the feedback. Then by the 18th of May, an aesthetical experience objective is finished. Before that, starting from the 10th of May, I will begin on playtesting. After that, I will spend a few more days on polishing, then playtesting from the 23rd of May to the 27th. After that, final 2-3 days of polishing, and on the 29th of May, I launch the game on Itchio. These are my references. So we're starting the game and I'm going to speedrun it. We're supposed to turn the volume on and I'll explain later. Then we press this application, game, and we see, oh, what's up? Everything is broken. So the player is going to scroll using the mouse to the right, where we see all these game blocks broken. The UI is just in the middle. And here we see the character bracket, and we can see that she ripped the code open. We're going to start talking to her where she asks us to fix it. We're going to click on the code fixing it, which makes us control the character. Using her, we are escaping. Then we see that the antivirus has a shield on, so the character is going to jump on it, touch it. By breaking the shield, where we meet the NPC character, who is Macro Hard Production. And by clicking on him, he's going to say that he has blocked himself because he was afraid of this virus, because the game was breaking. He didn't know what to do, but he's still helping us by showing us where to go, where we can fix it. So we are following these arrows to find where the problem is, and this arrow is actually supposed to just show where the black spot is, and behind that black screen there is this game icon, the green one, which we cannot open because it's hidden behind. So we need to figure out. We're going to go to Paint tool up, where we see that there is an eraser we can click. But if we pick an eraser and press exit, we see that the eraser is not there. So what we're going to do instead, is pick the eraser and using the character, make her push to the button exit. Now we have the eraser following the mouse, and then we can erase the black spot space, which reveals this app, and this is the system hub. And we see the system NPC character, where we speak with him, and he tells us that, oh, I'm angry at Bracket because she started breaking everything, and I'm upset. So the player wants to find a way to satisfy the system NPC. And then we're going to leave the system up and open the chat box up, where we're going to see all the chats and messages. And here's another puzzle. The character has to take this aubergine while the player clicks on exit button. Then they bring this aubergine to the system NPC. They feed it to him. He calms down and he is healed, and he reveals some broken applications, so the game progresses.